So hello guys, what's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, your girl barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. In our last video, I brought us Rosy's first appearance since filing the divorce, how she has now ditched her wedding band and reverted to her father's name, and her official announcement of her rebirth, and how Churchill also took to Instagram to say that it is pressure that births diamonds. So this pressure that he may be going through would only lead to something beautiful and precious like diamonds. Ladies and gentlemen, something shocked me. No. As a matter of fact, it did not shock me. It was expected. I have seen it play out time and again, online and offline, but it is still worth mentioning and discussing. As I scanned through Rosy and Churchill's respective posts, I couldn't help but notice the very loud yet contrasting reactions from the public. And I will not tell you, I'll show you. So let us take a look at it together. On Rosy's post, I want a story on how to snatch someone's husband. Well, nobody is perfect and we can't turn back the hands of the clock, but you actually did Tonto dirty. Ask for forgiveness and forgive yourself. Your eyes don't swell up. Hope say nothing done equaji. This person said, you will feel it like you want to die, but you will not. Complete in the comment section. Yakubu, manage. This one said, you can rebet all you want. Stay away from people's husband. Mrs. Husband Snatcher. It's good to learn, grow, and change. You no go still blow with this gra. Calm down, make you heal well first. She said Tonto is far older than her, but why is she looking older than Tonto? These and a lot more. In fact, the comment sections since the announcement are all full of messages like this. Let us drive our VIP Keke na Pep to Churchill's comments. Let us see the reactions. Team Churchill, love, gather here. Our in-law, Sabi writes Igbo. Echidime. Biggest church in Tonto's voice. What God cannot do does not exist. Churchill's new fans, gather here, oh, juice or whiskey. You did well for choosing your children. More and more and more and more like this. Before we proceed with this video, if you are new here, you are seeing my face for the first time, or if you're just coming across our channel, you've been living under a rock, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, turn on your bell notifications, give the video a thumbs up once you come in before you get carried away. Drop your thoughts down in the comment section because we'd love to get your opinions, and stay glued for we have so much more coming your way. Don't forget to pick up a copy of our book, The Unbroken Spirit. I am getting all the reactions from all of you, and nothing warms and gladdens my heart as much as getting all of this positive feedback. I am so grateful. So if you get to get our book, please, you can scan this code, send us book to info@nezeville.com, or just click the link. It's on Amazon. You can get on Seller. If you're in Nigeria, there's so many avenues to grab a copy, and it is such a very impactful resource for both singles and married men and women to understand a lot of things around marriage, our reactions, our challenges, and how we can navigate through all of them. Let's get back to this video. When all of these reactions started coming out, some people may begin wondering, what exactly is going on here? You know, when I use the word here, not here, you know that the matter has entered gear 2. How is it that the man who took the marriage vows to be faithful, loyal, and honest, who sabotaged his own marriage, allegedly, according to our two Baba, who brought a third wheel into his home, is the one being pampered, praised, exonerated, applauded, supported, cut a lot of slack, and shown so much love? While the woman whom you can say didn't owe Tonto any fidelity, was not under any vow of loyalty to Tonto DK, is the one under fire, being shamed and dragged, getting cancelled, Why? Some people were like, how is this happening? Remember that this is not the first time, not the second, not the third, not the 10th time that this kind of thing is playing out on social media. Of course, it plays out every day around us amongst normal people. I'm talking about on social media. When Uncle Daniel Adiminoko, casually strolled out of Doris's life without a divorce, just kidnapped his baby son, removed the mouth of a toddler from his mother's breast, and absconded out of the country into Stella Damascus' arms, went to the US and married her. When did Daniel eventually left Stella? The same way, the same fashion, the exact same way he left Doris, unceremoniously, just strolled out of the matrimonial home and jumped into the third marriage. People didn't hit heavy as much on Daniel. In fact, they gave him a thumbs up and thanked him, hailed him for what he did to Stella. They almost made it appear as though he was a victim. But the sledgehammer that was hit on Stella, the taunting, the mocking, the backlash that Stella endured in the hands of people, I don't think her reputation or her mental health will ever recover from that in a lifetime. These are not one-off or isolated incidents. I need to buttress deeper so you can understand where I'm driving at. Even recently here, when news began spreading that actor Yellow Doche and his concubine Judy were having issues and that he had linked up with another woman, Lizzie Gold. Do you know that people flooded en masse to Yo's page to hail him, to bless him, to show him love, to support him? You go to his comment section and you see people saying, I am going to watch your movies now. Let us head to YouTube to support Yo because you are my best actor. You are my this. Eh? But if you see the comments on Judy's page, oh my God, it was depression worthy, hurling insults, laughing at her. And some people may wonder, but it is this man, y'all, that sabotaged his wife of 20 years of struggling times, that he said supported him and gave him peace when he was a nobody. And he ended up rewarding her by going behind her back to have a love child with his concubine. It is this same man that sneaked to conduct an illegal marriage with his side chick despite having a subsisting court wedding with his wife, and only came out on social media to hide face under polygamy when an anonymous blogger began exposing him. Remember, that was when an anonymous blogger made that post that one actor has gone to marry his side chick, and if the actor does not come out, I'm going to expose him. That was when this man came out to claim polygamous. That this same man, that while his wife was in unconsciousness, shock, came out to dance with his side piece on social media 2 weeks after his healthy and hearty son fell down abruptly, collapsed and died mysteriously. And at the end of that year, by December, he declared it to be his best year ever. The year his son died, his son with May, just to taunt her and make her feel pain that cannot be measured. He declared it on social media that year was his best year ever since they gave birth to him. That this same man, that when Sarah Martins, the actress, was trolling his legitimate wife, after he disappointed her and she did not say a word to disgrace him, she kept her peace. But this Sarah would come out to call this woman a prostitute, lie against her that she goes to UK to sleep with married men. This man immediately rose up and made best friends. Him and Judy made best friends with Sarah, and they began resharing her videos and rewarding her with movie roles. We saw everything. It happened before our very eyes. This same man that came out to mock his wife's breasts put her breasts on the table for nitwits to start analyzing the size of her breasts. He not only betrayed her, he literally tried to destroy her for walking away until God sent her an army to hold her. I have seen women betray good men, and I have seen ungrateful men hide their treachery behind culture and polygamy, but I have never witnessed that level of spousal cruelty. And anybody that says, but he is the first man to do polygamy, but that is not even the crux of this video. I just wanted to buttress how bad it can get. What I am trying to say is that such a man that did all of these things to the full glare of everybody, all society needed to give him a clean slate, to forgive him of all his transgressions, and to embrace him with loving arms, was just for him to disown his concubine, the other woman, and that's just it. Come and see praises and worship. Dear people of God, when it comes to the standards that the African society holds men to morally, the bar is not only on the floor, it is in hell. You know, in that video where we discussed, Kobana Chief Priest and Helen, let's just say Helen, where I was advising my ladies to be careful when we make certain decisions, I explained to you that sadly, in this society of ours where we find ourselves, what a man will do and get away with, if we do 1/10 of it, the kind of sledgehammer that society will hit us with. Oh my God. And shall I shock you? It is not only in the affairs of marriage that these standards are like this. So it cuts across every single sphere. You want to talk about parenting? Okay, sit down. Let us just a bit. We are here to just learn. All a man needs to do to be perceived as or called a great dad by society when he is out there. Maybe he's not with his wife. He's hold his children's hand, maybe push a stroller, buys them something, they're all smiling, take them to the amusement park, maybe change a diaper or two. You will see strangers. Oh my God, wow, such a great loving father. But a woman can somersault and do 20 times of that and nobody would even notice or acknowledge her about being a great mother. An excellent dad is just a mediocre mother. Okay. You may say, I love to preempt your questions, your response. I already know. You may say, Neze. But traditionally, it is not the man's role to really nurture the children. So when a man is doing that, which is not perceived to be his core function, it is normal for him to be appreciated. Now, that's how it is. Okay, let us reverse it, right? Traditionally, it is not the woman's role to provide, to work, to provide in the house, right? We're talking about traditional roles here. But have you seen a woman in the process of providing, maybe working hard at the bank or in an oil company, and people are passing? I'm like, wow, you are such a great wife and mother, working to help your husband, just as the man who was caring for his own children is hailed for helping their wives and being a good father. But it is not her traditional role to work now. If we want to say it's because it's not the man's traditional role. But it is not the woman's traditional role to work. But have you seen a woman working and getting hailed as a good wife or a good mother? Okay. That is why when a woman is carrying the role, playing the role of a man, maybe providing in the family, she will be hiding it. Society expects her to double up on submission, to respect more, so he wouldn't feel less of a man, to sneak her ATM card to the man at restaurants, to pay school fees and tell the children that it's their father that paid, to boost his ego. But listen, if it is the man that took up on the traditional role of a woman, he is praised. He doesn't have to hide. He is praised. He gets accolades for doing it. Have you ever seen where a man cooks a meal for his children, or maybe does the dishes and he's hiding so that his children will not see that he's the one that did it? He will now lie to his wife, to the children, that is their mother that washed the plates. No, just as the woman is expected to hide when she takes up the traditional role of the man, no, he will do it and even gets more praised. The bars are in hell. Do not get the point of these analogies wrong. This isn't condemning my odogus. I put these analogies side by side so we can understand how different we are as men and women, and these differences, how they can be used to our own advantage and awareness. So don't get the points wrong. This is not condemning my odogus. I'm just telling you the way it is, how things work differently for men and women. It is not even the fault of the odogus, of my men, who are really the promoters and enforcers of these. Look at the comment section, bashing Rosie. Who are they? 99%. They were all women, not even 99%. So women, not men, are the enforcers of these societal norms. Someone once said that in the battle of toxic patriarchy, you would find yourself fighting more women than men. So women are the nucleus of not only the family structures, but also the society. They are the ones that teach and uphold traditions and ensure that it is passed down from generation to generation. Any tradition that women are not upholding dies a natural death. So it has nothing to do with the men. It is just what it is. The other day I saw this video of Tony Elumelu, the multi-billionaire Tony Elumelu, at his wife's father's burial, and he was holding his mother-in-law while she was, grieving at her late husband's burial. Come and see the comment section. What a good son-in-law. What a wonderful son-in-law. That was all he had to do for society to perceive him as such. But do you know what a woman has to do, has to sacrifice to be considered a good daughter-in-law? The expectations, the standards, the bars that we are held to, sadly, is not the same and may not be the same for a long, long time to come. And that is why before we join any man to make any stupid decisions, we should be more careful, because the consequences and the repercussions are not the same. Look at this Rosie now. Do you know that all things being equal, she's supposed to be the one that people would have sympathy for, while people drag that Churchill of a man who is the common denominator in 3 marriages now? Do you know the kinds of insults, ostracizing, isolation, anxiety, hatred that she has had to endure in the last few years because of that man? She literally stuck out her neck, always defending him. Today they will say Churchill has beat Rosie. She will come out, debunking, defending. I will take a bullet for him. He's not doing anything to me. He's not beating me. I love him. How many movies have you seen Rosie act since she married Churchill? The shame, the fear made her to coil into her shell. Do you think it is easy to be massively trolled? Just going to an office where someone in the office, maybe a colleague or your boss, does not like you. You know that's not in your stomach. You feel how your stomach will be churning when you get into the parking lot. Not to talk about being in a position where you make a post on social media, and instead of going back to enjoy that dopamine that will come from the wonderful comments and the likes, you open it and it's full of insults and trolling. Do you think it is easy to live through that? That is exactly what this lady endured for years. And at the slightest show of crack, of choosing, the man left her and chose someone else. And that is exactly what I tell people. Men like this do not understand the concept of loyalty. It's a concept. It's just like if you're disorganized at home. If you're disorganized at home, at your place of work to your office, you'll be disorganized. If you you cannot hide it. It's like character. It's not clothes. It's inside you. Even if you pretend, after a while, it will show who you really are. So they're at loggerheads with the concept of loyalty. Men that can easily sabotage their wives, sabotage the stability of their children, throw away years of investments for you, can and will easily give you up for the next better thing. His loyalty does not rest with you. It rests in what is convenient for him. It rests in what is suitable, what fans his ego, and what is beneficial for him at the moment, at the given time. This man now a 3-time divorcee, soon to be married 4 times, trust me. A fourth woman that thinks she's special will soon jump in. Soon to be married 4 times is the angel in the eyes of society. While Rosie, who sacrificed her career, her peace, her reputation, who has been married only once, is the devil. And so the big question is it worth it? Ladies, be very careful. Another thing that I would like to touch on quickly before we bring this video to an end, especially for my ladies watching me, considering this kind of wuru-wuru backyard kind of marriage, I want to enlighten you on the lack of peace and stability of mind that such associations come with. Do you know that this Rosie and Churchill would have broken up long ago if not because of the way they got together and the bondage of I must prove people wrong. That is what kept this marriage to even last up to 4 years. Because if you are thinking that they have been in a deeply peaceful, wholesomely loving and fulfilling marriage, and Tonto just showed up 1 month ago, when did Tonto establish contact with Churchill? Tonto just showed up 1 month ago and she just ran and filed for divorce. If you are thinking that that's what happened, you better think again. Their marriage must have been going through hell. This was just the last straw. But because of the way these kinds of marriages happen, painful endurance, shame will keep you captive and make you stay put. Look at what is happening with Yul Edochie. Of course, we have to reference him in these kinds of conversations because he is the godfather at this point. Have you been seeing the kinds of posts that Yul has been making on social media recently? Is it normal? Even his fellow men are calling him out like, guy man, you don't get sense. So during this rubbish incident, he came out to say, just briefly, rather than cry for a woman, replace her with 5 hot women and impregnate all of them at once. Does a normal man in a healthy marriage, a normal marriage, where there is regard, respect, and love, speak like this? Especially in public. Do you understand? Even if your husband, they do away match, they do kurukere, he will still have that small regard for you, at least in public. For a man to be speaking like this is just one of them. There are many. In fact, I even scroll. I don't like even seeing them. For a man to be speaking like this on social media, doesn't that tell you the atmosphere of that marriage and what your eyes will be seeing? You could hear any marriage where the husband does not have that little, I beg, I don't want my wife's wahala, I beg, that wife will be suffering waiting no good. I didn't say a man should be petrified at his wife or that she's going to beat him up or throw him out. No. But every man in a healthy marriage should have that, I beg, I don't want my wife wahala. And that carefulness, that consciousness reflects both in conduct and utterances. And vice versa. The woman too should be able to consider, please, I don't want to hurt my husband. I don't want to offend them. There should be that consideration. It's called respect. But a marriage that does not have that, the spouse, the other person in that marriage. So when you enter that kind of koni wuru marriage, there is a high tendency of going through hell, and your decision to remain married will be based on shame and what people would say, not really what is good for you. No matter what this lady is facing now, this Judy, she will not be able to take any decision that would be in her interest, even if there is abuse. So let us be careful, at least for now. One day, Bushmeat's face still catch the hunter. So what I'm trying to buttress is that let us be careful and not just focus on getting something by all means, any means, and also be careful about how we get them. Because how we get them doesn't only influence how we lose them, it also influences what happens within that period that we have them. So, my dear people of God, I do not know if to say I feel sorry for Rosie to be fumbled this way by this man after sticking out her neck like this, for her to come out of the marriage with this shame waiting her eyes don't see. It must have gotten to an unbearable state where the pain of staying has now far exceeded the shame of living. And you're like, let them laugh. I cannot take this anymore. So I cannot 100% confirm that she was actually dating the man while he was married to Tonto. If she was, then of course, if you followed me for a while, you know where I stand on these kinds of things. I have no single sympathies for women like that. But if the relationship started after Tonto's marriage with Churchill ended, and she went through all of those years of dragging and trolling and eventually got thrown out in this fashion, then I honestly feel bad for her. Ladies, let us be careful. You see these men that call themselves polygamous in nature men, or that easily, very conveniently jump from wife to wife. The only person they love is themselves. Every and any person is just a pawn in their game and their quest for self-gratification. It is always about them. So guys, yes, we have come to the end of today's video. If you're new here, you're seeing my face for the first time, or if you've been watching without subscribing, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up, drop all your thoughts down in the comment section, and stay glued, for we have so much more coming your way. Don't forget to join our premium and exclusive channel where I make special videos just for your eyes alone and for your knowledge alone around love, life, marriage, relationships, self-worth, self-building, rebuilding, and all of that. There is so much you're going to learn directly from me. So you can scan this code to join on school, or you can conveniently join here on YouTube by joining exclusive channel down below. It's me, your girl, Barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. I'll see you guys in our next one. For now, bye. Bye.